Gynecologist reveals what you risk if you ignore. Intimate health after 60. Hello? There is something many women after the age of 60 quietly keep to themselves. They are slowly losing their vitality, not because of a dangerous disease, but because they have neglected their intimate health. At this age, many believe intimacy no longer matters, but the truth is, it still does. When you forget about this deeply personal part of your body, it is not only your physical health that fades, but also your spirit, your confidence, and your joy in life. I remember Eleanor, 68 years old, who used to be full of energy. Over time, she became quiet, irritable, and often complained of sleepless nights. Not because of heart disease or diabetes, but because she was silently suffering from dryness and pain caused by menopause. Another time, Carol, 71 years old, broke down in tears right in my office and said, "Doctor, I think I'm broken." I held her hand and told her, "No, your body is simply waiting to be heard, waiting to be cared for so it can come alive again." Have you ever felt that way? Like you're no longer yourself, like both body and soul are shutting down. This is the effect of vaginal atrophy, when the intimate area loses its elasticity, its natural moisture, and its vitality. It does not just cause daily discomfort, it also drains connection, intimacy, and the joy of living. Think about this. If you stop using a group of muscles for months, they grow weak, shrink, and lose their strength. A woman's intimate area is no different when it's neglected. It changes, and those changes affect her whole health and well-being. That's why I don't want you to leave this video. Stay until the end, because I'll share with you a simple yet powerful way to regain the confidence, health, and vibrancy that already belong to you. If you find this subject important, please share this video with the women you care about, your friends, your sisters, even your partner. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so I can be here with you each week, offering clear and simple medical knowledge that helps you live stronger and more fully after 60. Now, let's begin. After menopause, hormonal imbalance can reshape a woman's entire emotional world. When we're younger, our bodies are fueled by the happiness hormones oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins. These act like a soft soundtrack in the background, helping us sleep better, enjoy life more, and move through worries and sadness with ease. But once menopause arrives, especially if a woman stops taking care of herself and neglects intimacy, her body slowly stops producing these hormones. I once met Margaret, 65 years old, a former high school principal. She was once the picture of strength and confidence, but during one check, she grabbed my hand and said, "I'm not myself anymore. I can't sleep. I'm anxious, and it feels like a part of me has disappeared." The words "I'm not myself anymore" stayed with me for a long time. They weren't just her complaint. They were the truth of thousands of women after 60. When oxytocin, the bonding hormone, fades, women often slip into loneliness. When dopamine decreases, motivation and joy vanish. When serotonin drops, mood swing and depression creeps in. And when endorphins are low, aches and pains feel heavier, dragging the spirit down. Have you ever spent long, restless nights, waking in the dark with worry, not knowing why? That is the weight of hormonal imbalance after menopause. Picture this. After a long, tiring day, just one warm hug or one kind word from a loved one makes you feel calm again. That is oxytocin at work. It's the natural antidepressant your body was designed with, but it slowly disappears when you forget to care for yourself and nurture intimacy. Science has shown that balancing hormones after menopause is the foundation not only of physical health, but of mental health too. Sleeplessness, anxiety, stress, and the feeling of not being yourself anymore all trace back to the body no longer being nourished by those happiness hormones. What I want to emphasize is this: caring for yourself and staying connected is never selfish. It is how a woman protects her inner peace, keeps the sparkle in her eyes, and continues to feel like herself. You can absolutely bring back the joy of living. It only takes small steps to reawaken the hormonal balance lying dormant within you. Have you ever asked yourself, am I really living as myself? Or am I slowly losing who I am after menopause? The answer will reveal itself the moment you allow yourself to tend to these needs that may seem small, but are truly vital. Intimate health after 60 doesn't decline only because of age, but because of being neglected. Many women have told me they started to notice their intimate area becoming dry, less elastic, and even painful just from sitting too long in a chair. This condition is what medicine calls vaginal atrophy. It not only takes away the joy of intimacy with a partner, but also makes women feel they are aging faster and losing their natural confidence. Think about your muscles. If you don't move them for months, they shrink, grow weak, and are harder to use again. The intimate area is the same without care and natural stimulation. The soft tissues lose elasticity. The vaginal walls become thinner and fragile, leading to dryness, pain, and loss of pleasure. One of my patients, Eleanor, 62, once sat across from me with tears in her eyes. She said, "Doctor, I don't feel like a whole woman anymore. I hurt so much I can't even sit for long or enjoy walks with friends. And every time my husband wants to be close, I can only turn away." Her story is far from rare. Thousands of women after menopause suffer in silence, too embarrassed to share or seek help. The good news is this condition can absolutely improve. Modern medicine offers treatments like vaginal moisturizers, pelvic floor therapy, and gentle exercises that restore elasticity and natural moisture. What matters most is for women to understand that intimate health after 60 can still be nurtured and renewed. Postmenopausal dryness is not the end of intimacy. It is simply the body's reminder that it needs a new kind of care, gentler and more intentional. If you're feeling these changes, remember you are not alone. Millions of women your age are finding ways to heal, and many of them have succeeded, reclaiming comfort, confidence, and even deep connection in love. Have you ever asked yourself, why should I endure this when I can actually heal? The truth is, you don't have to endure it. With the right support, vaginal atrophy can improve and your life can feel whole again. The strength of the pelvic floor is the silent foundation that keeps women after 60 strong, confident, and full of vitality. Many think leaking urine when coughing, laughing, or sneezing is just a normal part of aging. But in reality, it's a sign of a weakening pelvic floor. When these muscles can no longer support properly, the bladder can shift, causing leaks and even affecting posture and daily confidence. One of my patients, Margaret, a former music teacher, shared that after menopause she avoided going out, afraid that while talking to her students a simple sneeze might cause her to lose control. She told me, "I don't feel like myself anymore." Have you ever felt that same mix of worry and embarrassment? Even when no one says anything, the encouraging part is that a weak pelvic floor doesn't have to stay weak forever. Just like any other muscle group, it can be strengthened and restored. What's fascinating is that intimacy, whether through self-care or with a partner, acts as a natural exercise for the pelvic floor. During orgasm, the pelvic muscles contract rhythmically, like a workout, boosting blood flow and helping tissues grow stronger. On top of that, Kegel exercises, simple but highly effective, are proven to help postmenopausal women regain bladder control, improve blood flow in the pelvic area, and rebuild confidence. You can practice them while sitting on a chair, watching TV, or even reading a book. Just a few minutes a day can quietly transform your body. I want you to imagine this. Every time you laugh freely, you no longer worry about accidents. Every time you step outside, you feel secure and at ease. How much lighter and more confident would life feel? A strong pelvic floor doesn't just give control, it opens the door to a fulfilling, intimate life after 60. And more importantly, it reminds us that it's never too late to care for ourselves. Confidence and identity after 60 don't just come from how we appear outwardly, but from the way we stay connected to our own bodies every day. Many women tell me that when they stop caring for and listening to their bodies, they begin to feel as if they're fading away. They continue being mothers, grandmothers, wives, but deep inside a question lingers. Who am I when I no longer feel alive in my own body? That invisible feeling, as though being swept away by time, is something many women silently carry. I remember Gloria, once a woman full of energy. After menopause, she stopped caring for herself and her intimate health. Eventually she admitted, "I don't feel like myself anymore." But when she began to return to simple practices, moisturizing her intimate area, practicing deep breathing, and spending time reconnecting with her body, she said it was like finding a part of her soul again. Gloria's smile returned, along with the light in her eyes. Margaret's story was similar. She once felt embarrassed by her body's changes and lost confidence looking in the mirror. But with small steps, like gentle pelvic floor exercises, she felt herself come alive again. She told me, "This isn't just about sex. This is about finding myself again, about feeling the vibrancy in every breath." And that's the key point I want to emphasize. This is not just about sex, it's about identity, connection, and vitality. When a woman continues to nurture her bond with her body, She carries herself with a different kind of confidence, quiet yet steady, unspoken yet deeply felt. Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought you were no longer yourself? If so, remember that renewal is always within your reach, because confidence after 60 isn't something distant, it's a gift you can give yourself, starting with simply returning to self-care. Caring for emotional and mental health in later years not only helps you stay well, it helps you live fully as a woman who continues to shine, no matter her age. Connecting with your body after 60 doesn't just bring emotional benefits, it directly nourishes your heart and bones. When we continue to care for intimacy and engage in activities that trigger the release of natural hormones, blood circulation in the pelvic area improves. This doesn't just stay localized, it boosts circulation throughout the body, helping the heart work more efficiently. Studies show that women who maintain gentle movement, deep breathing, or activate their bodies through intimacy often have more stable heart rates, lower risk of high blood pressure, and stronger vascular health. This is a crucial step in protecting cardiovascular health as we age. Hormones also play a vital role in keeping bones strong. After menopause, estrogen drops sharply, increasing the risk of osteoporosis and fractures. But when you keep activating your body through natural self-care, hormones balance more effectively, which in turn supports bone health after menopause. That means you not only feel lighter and more flexible, but you also build a solid foundation against falls. One of the biggest risks after 60. Imagine this: every time your body activates circulation, your bones are nourished. Your heart pumps steadily. That's a cycle of renewal happening within you. And it all begins when you choose not to abandon your body, but to listen to it and nurture it. Few people realize that moments of self-intimacy can actually become a kind of healing exercise for both heart and bones. Yet in reality, it makes a huge difference, not just helping you stay healthy, but also letting you walk through later years with more ease and confidence. Ask yourself, if just a few minutes a day could protect your heart and keep your bones strong, wouldn't you be willing to give yourself that gift? Staying connected to your body and caring for yourself after 60 doesn't only bring comfort, it also acts as a natural medicine for memory and may even help prevent dementia. This is an important finding confirmed by research, including reports from the Cleveland Clinic, showing that maintaining intimacy along with hormone balance can significantly lower the risk of cognitive decline in older adults. How does this work? When a woman stays close to herself and nurtures her body, she releases vital neurotransmitters like serotonin and oxytocin. These are golden compounds for the brain, regulating mood while also supporting memory, focus, and mental sharpness. Serotonin, known as the happiness hormone, keeps spirits lifted, reduces anxiety, and improves sleep quality. Deep, restorative sleep is the foundation for the brain to process and store memories, strengthening recall after 60. Oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, creates feelings of safety and connection. But few know that it also protects neurons, supports brain regeneration, and maintains cognitive health as we age. In simple terms, intimacy doesn't just feed emotions, it trains the brain, keeping it flexible and resilient over the years. Another key factor is hormone balance. After menopause, when estrogen and progesterone drop, the risks of osteoporosis, heart disease, and especially memory decline all rise. Self-care helps stimulate natural hormone balance, which in turn reduces cognitive decline in postmenopausal women. This is why many experts emphasize caring for yourself isn't just about feeling youthful, it's about protecting your brain for the long run. In fact, many women have shared clear benefits after returning to self-care practices. They sleep more soundly, concentrate better when reading, stop forgetting small things, and even feel mentally sharper when talking with friends and family. Some have regained confidence in social activities, volunteer work, or simply enjoying life's small, joyful moments. Think about it. Instead of relying only on memory supplements or diets, you can actively train your brain by loving and listening to your body. This isn't just about sex, it's a form of mental health care, where connecting with your body becomes the safest, most natural way to protect your brain. The important thing is, you can start today. Nothing complicated, just a consistent practice of self-love that allows your body to keep producing the hormones your brain needs, safeguarding memory, clarity, and joy in life after 60. Would you like your mind to stay sharp, your memories intact, and your spirit clear well into your 70s and 80s? It all begins with caring for and reconnecting with your body. After 60, many women often notice changes in their bodies. moods that shift easily, and sometimes a loss of confidence compared to before. The good news is you don't need anything complicated or expensive. Just by building a simple weekly self-care routine, you can stay flexible, keep your mind at ease, and rekindle love for yourself. Here's a gentle 7-day plan that's easy to follow, especially helpful for women after menopause. Day 1. Deep breathing with hands on the lower belly. Sit somewhere quiet. Place both hands on your lower abdomen. Take a deep breath so your belly rises, then slowly exhale as it sinks. Repeat 5 to 10 times. This breathing reduces anxiety, improves pelvic circulation, and helps you reconnect with your body. It's a simple daily practice with noticeable benefits. Day 2. Warm bath. Soft music. Gentle moisturizing. Give yourself time to relax in warm water. Maybe play some soft music after bathing. Use a mild, fragrance-free moisturizer for intimate care that's safe for sensitive skin. This keeps natural vaginal moisture, eases dryness, and adds comfort in daily life. It also reminds you that you are still worthy of love and care. Day 3. Kegel exercises. 3 sets, 10 reps each. Kegels are simple. Tighten the muscles as if holding in urine. Hold for 5 seconds. Then release. Do 10 in a row, 3 times a day. They strengthen pelvic floor muscles, reduce the risk of leakage, improve blood flow, and boost confidence and vitality after 60 pounds. Day 4. Safe vaginal moisturizer. Since dryness is common after menopause, using a gentle cream or gel without fragrance or irritants is essential. This helps prevent vaginal atrophy and improves daily comfort. Day 5. Gentle self. Touch, optional. If you feel ready, spend a little time with soft, caring self. Touch. This is completely natural and beneficial. It stimulates blood circulation, activates the pelvic floor, and triggers the release of happy hormones like oxytocin and serotonin. The result: better mood, sharper memory, and more restful sleep. Day 6. Meditation. Journaling. Self-love. Take 10 to 15 minutes to sit quietly, focus on your breathing, or meditate. Then try writing in a journal something you're grateful for, or a beautiful memory you recall. This habit lowers stress, builds inner peace, and nurtures self. Love something women at every age need. Day 7. Repeat your favorite activity of the week. Choose the practice you enjoyed most: breathing, warm bath, Kegels, or journaling, and do it again. This reinforces your routine and turns self-care into a natural part of life instead of a chore. Taking care of yourself is not a luxury or selfishness. It's a gift to both you and your family. A healthy, peaceful woman radiates positive energy to her children, grandchildren, and friends. Start with small, consistent steps. Each day you do one thing. Each week you repeat. And gradually you'll notice yourself becoming stronger, more joyful, and happier.